Here we are in our second series of the day with Historic Esports versus SourBlood. Hope you're not feeling too salty. Everybody feeling good, ready to go. It's Scoundrel. We got some fun drafts here.
We got a CP Baron. I'm gonna give up on this game already, boys. I'm done. Humanist, you can do this by yourself.
Excellent. I was waiting for you to say that.
Oh dear. Oh, wow, what a steal coming out from the duel there. That was a cheeky little steal, and you can see already some pressure coming down onto this bot lane. Very interesting, by the way, Humanist. They've given their top laner the support with the Adagio, and they're actually going to have a 2 versus 2 in the bot lane. A little bit of a cheeky way to try and counter out that 2 versus 1 bot lane meta.
I like it. I mean, adapt, evolve, and overcome. Now, Historic Esports over here flexing up. This should be their Crystal Treant take. Aggressive, nice play here. They still have theirs on the board, and they can maybe even take a little bit more of the jungle away.
Yeah, they're trying to go for the doubles on the backside here. Alex is going to have to be super careful. And again, this Baron duel combination is not going to be super strong early game. They're going to get out traded by Malene, especially a CP Baron, so they're just going to have to back off, let that go. And Samuel even invading the weapon power buff. That's a pretty big deal.
SourBlood just walked over, dropped a couple more. Tech takes the crystal buff. That was very nice.
What actually is this composition from SourBlood? It's taken me a moment to register. Samuel's...
Dude, this is like just get wrecked composition right here. This is massive damage, completely overpower your opponents and potentially lose the game. I don't know. First blood for Samuel. It is drifting dark. Feeling good about that. Get your corrupted genius, bro. Get a little bit of regen. He's got that weapon buff. He'll take it. This is on the malice. The verdict is the second will not land as well. Ostramasaru. How do you say that name?
Ostramasu, yeah. Ostramaseru. That's it.
Ostramaseru.
I played with him a good few times. He's a good captain. He's on one of his best heroes, which is his Lyra.
Okay.
The composition from Historic is pretty good, though. It's pretty solid. You've got a Malene. Samuel top lane is the interesting one for me. I wasn't expecting that, but I think given the composition that they played up against, it's not the worst pick in the world. I am trying to make sense of this composition coming out from SourBlood right now. They've CP Baron that seems to be supported by a CP duel in the mid lane, and an Adagio that's sitting with the Idris in the bot, and then a solo Vox top, well, a solo Vox bot on their side of the map, but that's definitely a unique way of taking on the game, Humanist. I
mean, I like it. What do you mean? Is like you got the jungle Jewel, right? That's rotating around, playing a little bit of a captain role as well. No, rocket leap over the wall. Look at that. How about that one? That was pretty nice. Gets himself away. But it's like you're just a slower jungler slash captain. It's just kind of a hybrid role. And if he can get decent farm, like it doesn't have to be great farm, he can still have a large impact in the game.
I mean, yeah, the point is he's got to get farm. So I'm guessing it's all going to come from the ambient that we're getting from the lanes.
Is legit.
Yeah, no, it is, but he needs to have an impact in the mid game, otherwise he's not going to have an impact at all. Like if you go through this game like severely underleveled on CP duel, sitting on just one Shatterglass for 10 minutes, there's only going to be a certain point in the game where you're actually going to be useful, and that's going to very quickly pass you by.
It's true. We've already seen him get a couple body blocks off and done a good job, so I think we're seeing that he has an be in the fight now. SourBlood. Oh, the namesake of this team being taken down for the second kill of the game. Also, their Crystal Treant being taken away, and Historic Esports playing like they're from the future.
Yeah, they're just, at the moment, I think there's a small skill difference between these two teams. Well, not small. I'm pretty sure it's like, I know a lot of these players from tier 10 solo queue from the Historic squad, and you can kind of tell with the way that they're playing the map. This is very classic EU meta, by the way. Very aggressive on the CP buff. You combine your bot lane and your mid lane duos to try and take total man advantage of that CP side jungle from your opponents. And because it doesn't look like SourBlood are organized, right now, Historic are getting their own jungle, and they're getting SourBlood's jungle, which is a massive boon for them.
Mac Easy got Mac wrecked. 3-0.
3-0 right now is the scoreline, as you said. I literally just repeated what you said, but right now, dude, I mean, it's all going... A classic colorcaster.
How about that Jewel, huh? I mean, that's how you make the plays there. They still get turned around and wrecked, but it felt real good, man. And honestly, if someone would be able to follow up on that Jewel, help the Jewel out here. Adagio getting chased on down, turret aggro onto Historic Esports, but they do not care. They simply are too strong.
Look, dude, if I was level 3 versus a level 6 opponent and I had the cojones to make a rocket leap onto the top of their team like that, I wouldn't even be mad.
No.
If I had a guy do that in my game,
now.
exactly, I wouldn't even be mad. I'd be super impressed that he thought that he was gonna win that.
Dude, honestly, I could lose the series 2-0, and after a rocket leap like that,
It's the kind of stuff you dream about, isn't it, Humanist? It's just the kind of stuff that you dream about as a duel.
Only like when you're not having nightmares.
A triple man rocket jump with a 3-level disadvantage, and you're still coming out looking like the awesome player. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff. That's the stuff that you dream about.
You know, what are you gonna do? Dr. Dre, quite the player, and I would only expect him to continue to lane these. Has an incredible eye for where he needs to be on the map. Level 4 Jewel, not the strongest power spike that we know for this Jewel, especially the CP Jewel as well. Now, Ghostwing taken up here by Historic Esports. Bada boom! Bada the wrong way, trash talk, as Cyans was trying to get back. He'll get pulled back in, but it's not going to be a problem here. They got the Ghostwing buff over for Historic Esports, plus they get that Crystal buff as well. And these guys can pretty much do whatever they want at this point.
Absolutely. I mean, it looks like it's almost a full CP composition, including a CP Idris coming out too, and they're going to just be running with the Vox as their weapon power carry. So a very heavy damage threat composition coming out from SourBlood. If they can somehow, by a miracle from SEMC, make it to the late game, then they are going to have a significant damage output. But right now, they're just getting schooled all over the map.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be okay here in mid as 3 heroes dropping down low. Oster Masaru doing a good job to keep his Malini healed up and keep the pressure on now. Siyun moves up from top. The Malice and Verdict doing good work. And, you know, Scoundrel look down into bottom. You got 2 heroes from Historic Esports. They're going to shove the T2 turret down completely uncontested. They can rotate into mid to apply pressure. They can take the jungle away or stay down in bottom and continue to just choke this Idris out.
I know, and if you look at the difference in farm between the 2 respective bot laners, you've got 16 on the Vox, 50 on the Kinetic. I mean, it's a massive differential at this point. It's going to be so hard for SourBlood to come back through. And at this point, it is Historic's game to throw. I mean, they have kind of been winning from the get-go. They have now got a almost 10k gold lead at 8 minutes. I have never seen a Vainglory team lose from this position. This would be a first for me if that happened, even in solo queue. Ew. Actually, no, that's a lie. That's a lie. I have seen this happen in solo queue. It's EU after all. But this is still a really strong.
Trash talking your own region, huh? You make my job easy here.
I know, mate. I know. But this is Historic's game to throw.
Historic Esports, maybe named because of the historic throws. We don't know. It could be aptly, potentially not. But right now, we do know one thing, and they are playing lights out. The first 8.5 minutes of this game have been impeccable. SourBlood need to clean some things up. You know, you're questioning the draft. Some of the rotations have been questionable as well. But one thing I do know is that there could be some rubber band gold coming back their way. There's a large advantage going over to Historic Esports, and there's a lot of damage output potential if some crazy dives happen.
Yeah, absolutely. The problem is that they haven't really hit item spikes to make that relevant yet. They've got 1 Shatterglass on the Baron. You need your Clockwork online, I think, before he starts to really output significant damage. Oster Amasu's 1v3ing at this point. He'll have to be careful.
No cares in the world. Simply well, no cares in the world. Now, up into top, it looks like the Tauntaun to Vox bursting on down. That's going to be 10-0 plus 9 Knight. Swalix taken down. That was very easy kills as the damage follow-up on 2 disables there. Rocket Leap into the wall. Dr. Dre! That was not what we're looking for. Go produce us an album. SourBlood getting, just ripped apart a triple kill. Top out. This is X-rated taken over here as SourBlood getting completely dismantled. Well, look,
I think end of the day we have to respect the fact that there is some severe solo queue differences in terms of these players' skill levels. Obviously, we're looking at tier 10s versus tier 7s. This is the kind of game that you would expect from that kind of result. I will give credit to them. They are sticking it out. They're still trying to make proactive plays, but the level and item disadvantage at this point in time is probably going to be too much for them to come back from. What I'd like to see Historic do is just go for Ghostwing, look to continue to push down that mid lane, take a big resounding team fight, and just put them out of their misery.
Sounds like you're the one that's miserable right now, Scoundrel. I'm the one waiting for the amazing comebacks. I will not give up on Team SourBlood over here. I think...
Okay, I'm going to buy some Team SourBlood stocks right now, Humanist, because they're at an all-time low.
I mean,
but if they
value.
Exactly, if they win, that's insane value. But they're already better than I think it was Great. What was that team that we just cast? Great something.
Great and Voxus?
Great and Voxus. They're already better because they built a fountain, so they've already won it over in my heart.
Wow, I mean, Great and Voxus were pretty good as well. Cyan's taken down. Mac Easy, you better get back. Looks like they put Dr. Dre to sleep as well. Dr. Dre, maybe it's the meds, maybe not, but you got to get back. You're playing crazy right now, man. The Drifting Dark Malice and Verdict stacking on through. That's the damage. Sayun getting himself out of here. 15 kills, 11 minutes in, as they are just hammering down over here on SourBlood. And you know, I believe that something can happen on this side, but I want to see some plays. And the question is, like, what would be like the perfect combo of plays? Or of abilities to find a kill? Like, what would have to, like, you have to land ability from every hero.
I like this theory crafting time. Right, let's go. Right, it has to be a Vox silence into a rocket jump from Jewel. Immediately she pumps the ultimate out on that immediate position. Adagio gives her a gift of fire. He has to then ultimate whilst a Chakram and a Baron ultimate with 2 A's come down.
And the whole team dies.
Yeah, that's the only way. That combination of abilities right there is the only way.
I think if I was losing a game this bad and I landed that combo and we just kill the whole team, I would disconnect. I would take the loss after that and be like, look, you guys, we got to give you this one. Right now, though, Historic Esports hammering down. Joel, you got to get back, bud. Hey, you're not dead. You didn't. He's like, yeah, I died. It's one of those things.
Oh, no, this is big. It's the AFK bait, Humanist. He's baiting them in for the big combo we talked about.
Oh, my God. Dr. Dre with the AFK bait. The Drifting Dark Malice and Verdict stacking up. He'll take one, almost taking 2. Dr. Dre really just body blocking for the turret. You know, he's like, I'm too strong from the front. At least I'll give him the chance to body block from the side here. Oblivion will put Baron to sleep. SourBlood, you got to get back. It's not going to be enough. He's down 17-0, 13 minutes in, more than 1.2 kills per minute. I don't know. Check my math. 1.13, something like that.
Look at him. It's over. He's doing it. He's delaying the minion wave for them.
Oh,
they can't take the mid lane. They can't take the mid lane.
I haven't seen a strategy like this in years.
No, exactly. This is next level coming out from these guys. Insane play from the duel right here. Dr. Dre waiting for the next episode. And the next episode is death.
I like it, man. Just remastering the new Mac Easy, not really helping out with that.
It's gonna be Black Claw. This should be the objective needed to push down that mid-humanist and take the game.
All right. Well, at this point, not much to say. You do have just SourBlood getting kind of run over here. And it did feel questionable as far as the draft. And in the very beginning, that was your main. It didn't really play out. There was sometimes you can see these cheeky drafts come out and something awesome happens with it, but really just nothing here. And big red buttons getting used on a CP jewel to not find anything. It doesn't feel good from our perspective. I'm sure it doesn't feel good from their perspective. Oblivion puts 2 to sleep. Mac Easy taken down by the Tony. Waylix looks like going to be second to go down. Verse does come through, but it's not really going to matter. Look at that value. Oh my God. When the Malice and Verdict hits on to 3, that is the best feels you can have as a Samuel.
It's going to be game Humanist. It's going to be the first game going over to Historic, surprising absolutely no one as we head into the next game in this series.
You don't have anything to say here at the end?
No.
All right. Well, not much to say on this one. A complete domination over here as Historic Esports take game 1, 22-0. And with that, we'll throw it back to the desk.